These your unusual weeds, to each part of you does give a life. No shepherdess, but Flora, peering in April's front. This your sheep shearing is as a meeting of the petty gods and you, the queen, on't.
Sir, my gracious lord, to chide at your extremes it not becomes me, or pardon that I name them. Your high self, the gracious mark of the land you have obscured with a swain's wearing, and me poor lowly maid, most goddess-like pranked up.
I bless the time when my good falcon made her flight across thy mother's ground.
Now, Jove afford you cause. To me the difference forges dread, but your greatness hath not been used to fear. Even now I tremble to think your father by some accident should pass this way as you did. Ooh, the fates! Well, how would he look to see his work so noble, vilely bound up? Or what would he say? Or how should I, in these my borrowed flaunts, behold the sternness of his presence?
Apprehend nothing but jollity. The gods themselves, humbling their deities to love, have taken the shapes of beasts upon them. Jupiter became a bull and bellowed, the green Neptune a ram and bleated, and the fire-robed god, golden Apollo, a poor, humble swain, as I seem now. Their transformations were never for a piece of beauty rarer, nor in a way so chaste, since my desires were not before mine honour, nor my lusts been hotter than my faith.
Oh, but sir, your resolution cannot hold when 'tis opposed as it must be by the power of the king. One of these two must be necessities, which then will speak, that you must change this purpose, or am my life.
Thou dearest Perdita, with these forced thoughts, I prithee, darken not the mirth of the feast. Or I'll be thine, my fair, or not my father's. For I cannot be mine own, nor anything to any, if I be not thine. To this I am most constant, though destiny say no. Your guests are coming. Lift up your countenance as it were the day of celebration of that nuptial which we two have sworn shall come.
Oh, Lady Fortune, stand you auspicious.
Fie, daughter! You are retired, as if you were a feasted one and not the hostess of the meeting. Come on, and bid us welcome to your sheep shearing, as your good flock shall prosper.
Sir, welcome. It is my mother's wish that I should take on me the hostesship of the day. You're welcome, sir. Give me those facts. Dorcas! Reverend sirs, for you there's rosemary and rue. These keep seeming and savour all the winter long. Grace and remembrance be to you both, and welcome to our shearing!
Shepherdess, fair one, are you? Well, you fit our ages with flowers of winter.
Sir, the year growing ancient, not yet on summer's death, nor on the birth of trembling winter. The fairest flowers of our season are our carnations and street gillivers, which some call nature's bastards. Of that kind, our rustic garden's barren, and I care not to get slips of them.
Wherefore, gentle maiden, do you neglect them?
For I have heard it said there is an art which in their piedness shares with great creating nature.
Say there be. You see, sweet maid, we marry a gentler scion to the wildest stock, and make conceive a bark of baser kind by bud of nobler race. This is an art which does mend nature, change it rather. But the art itself is nature.
So it is.
And then make your garden rich in gillivers and do not call them bastards.
I'll not put the dibble in her to set one slip of them. No more than were I painted, I would wish this youth should say 'twere well, and only therefore desire to breathe by me. Well, here's flowers for you. Hot lavender, mint, savoury, marjoram. The marigold that goes to bed with the sun and with him rises weeping. These are flowers of middle summer, and I think they are given to men of middle age. You're very welcome.
I should leave grazing, where I have your flock, and only live by gazing.
Out, alas. You'd be so lean the blast of January would blow you through and through. Now, my fairest friend, I had some flowers of the spring that might become your time of day. And yours, that wear upon your virgin branches, yet your maidenhead's growing. Oh, Proserpina, for the flowers now that frighted thou lest fall from Dis's wagon. Daffodils that come before the swallow dares and take the winds of March with beauty. Violets dim, but sweeter than the lids of Juno's eyes or Cytherea's breath. Pale primroses that die unmarried, ere they can behold bright Phoebus in his strength. A malady most incident to maids. Oh, these I lack to make you garlands of, and my sweet friend, to strew him o'er and o'er.
What, like a corpse?
No, like a bank for love to lie and play on, not like a corpse. Or if, not to be buried, but quick and in mine arms. Come, take your flowers! Methinks our players, I have seen them doing wits and pastorals. For sure, this robe of mine does change my disposition.
When you speak, sweet, I'd have you do it ever. When you sing, I'd have you buy and sell so give alms, pray so. When you do dance, I wish you a wave of the sea, that you might ever do nothing but that. Each your doing so singular in each particular crowns what you are doing in the present deeds, that all your acts are queens.
Oh, Doricles, your praises are too large. But that your youth and the true blood which peeps fairly through it do plainly give you out an unstained shepherd. With wisdom I might fear, my Doricles, you wooed me the false way.
Your hand, my perdita, so turtles pair that never mean to part.
I'll swear for him.
This is the prettiest low-born lass that ever ran on greensward. Nothing she does or seems but smacks of something greater than herself. Too noble for this place.
He tells her something that makes her blood look out. Good sooth, she is the queen of curds and cream.
1, 2, 3. Shepherdess, what swain is that which dances with your daughter?
They call him Doricles, and boasts himself to have a worthy feeding. But to have it upon his own report, and I believe it. He looks like sooth. He says he loves me daughter. I think so too. And never gaze the moon upon the water as he'll stand and read as 'twere my daughter's eyes. And to be plain, I think there is not half a kiss to choose who loves another best.
She dances featly.
So she does anything. Though I report it, that should be silent. If young Doricles do light upon her, she shall bring him that which he not dreams of.
Oh, mistress! Mistress! If you did but see the pedlar at the door, you would never dance again after a tabor and pipe. Nor the bagpipes could move you. He sings several tunes faster than you'll tell money. He utters them as if he'd eaten ballads and all meant he has grew to his tunes.
Dawn as white as driven snow, cypress black as robust glow, clouds as sweet as damask roses, masks for faces and for noses.
Actually, sorry, a very interesting fact for you. Now, Shakespeare himself, he actually lived through a pandemic. And it was during that time that he wrote King Lear.
Cuckoo bracelet.
Oh, girls, yes. I was promised them against the feast, but they come not too late.
Oh, he hath promised you more than that. Or there be liars.
He's paid you all he promised you. Maybe he's paid you more, which will shame you to give him again. How are you doing? I have done. Come, you promised me a tawdry lace and a pair of sweet gloves.
Let us take your mind from feasting sooth. When I was young and handed love as you do, I was wont to load my she with gnats.
Old sir, I know she prizes not such trifles as these are. The gifts she looks from me are packed and locked up in my heart, which I have given already, but not delivered. Oh, hear me breathe my life before this ancient sir, whom it should seem hath sometime loved. I take thy hand, this hand, as soft as dove's down.
What follows this? But I have put you out to your protestations. Let me hear what you profess.
Do and be witness to it.
And this my neighbour.
And he and more than he. And men, the earth, the heavens, and all that were I crowned the most imperial monarch thereof, most worthy, were I the fairest youth that ever made I swerve, had force and knowledge more than was ever man's. I would not prize them without her love.
Oh,
Fairly offered.
This shows a sound affection.
but my daughter, say you the like to him?
I cannot speak so well. Nothing so well. No mean better. By the pattern of mine own thoughts, I cut out the purity of his.
Take hands! A bargain! And friends unknown, you shall bear witness to it. I give my daughter to him and will make her portion equal his.
Oh, that must be in the virtue of your daughter, one being dead. I shall have more than you can dream of yet, enough then for your wonder. But come on, contractors, for these witnesses.
Come, your hand! And daughter, yours.
Soft, Swain, a while. I beseech you. Have your father,
I have, but what of him?
nosy of this,
He neither does nor shall.
methinks a father is at the nuptial of his son, a guest at best becomes the table. Pray you, once more, is not your father grown incapable of reasonable affairs? Is he not stupid with age and altering rooms?
No, good sir, he has his health and ampler strength indeed than most have of his age.
You offer him, if this be so, a wrong, something unfilial. Reason, my son should choose himself a wife, but as good reason, the father, all whose joy is nothing else but fair posterity, should hold some counsel in such a business.
I yield all this, but for some other reasons, my grave sir, which 'tis not fit, you know, I not acquaint my father of this business.
Let him know it.
He shall not.
Prithee let it.
No, he must not.
Let him, my son. He shall not need to grieve at knowing of thy child.
Come, he must not. Mark our contract.
Now mark, young sir, whom son I dare not call. Thou art too base to be acknowledged. Thou, a scepter's heir, that thus affects a sheep hook, and thou, old traitor, I am sorry that by hanging thee, I can shorten thy life 1 week. And thou, fresh piece of excellent witchcraft, who of force must know the royal fool thou copst with.
Oh, my heart!
I'll have thy beauty scratched with briars, and made more homely than thy state. For thee, fond boy, if I may ever hear thou dost but sigh, that thou no more shalt see this knack, which never I mean thou shalt, will bar thee from succession, not hold thee of our blood. Mark thou my words. Now follow us to the court. And you, enchantment, if ever henceforth thou these rural latches to his entrance open, or hoop his body more with thy embraces, I will devise a death as cruel for thee as thou art tender to it.
even here undone. I was not much afeard, for once or twice I was about to speak and tell him plainly. The self-same sun which shines upon his court hides not his visage from our cottage, but looks unalike. Well, please you, sir, be gone. I told you what would come of this. Beseech you of your own state, take care. This dream of mine, being now awake, I'll queen it no inch farther, but milk my ewes and weep.
Why, how now, mother? Speak, ere thou diest!
I cannot speak, nor think, nor dare to know that which I know. Oh, sir, you have undone a lass of 63. The thought to fill a grave in quiet, yea. But now, some hangman must put on my shroud and lay me where no priest shovels in dust. Cursed wretch, that knewest this was the prince and wouldst adventure to mingle faith with him.
Why look ye so upon me? I am but sorry, not afeard, delayed, but nothing altered. What I was, I am.
Gracious my lord, till the fury of his highness settle, come not before him.
I not purpose it, I think Camilo.
Even he, my lord.
How often have I told you to be thus? How often said my dignity would last but till 'twere known?
It cannot fail but by the violation of my faith, and then will let nature crush the sides of the earth together and mar the seeds within. Lift up thy looks. From my succession, wipe me, father. I am heir to my affection.
Be advised.
I am, and by my fancy, if my reason will thereto be obedient, I have reason. If not, my senses, better pleased with madness, do bid it welcome.
This is desperate, sir.
So call it, but it does fulfill my vow. And needs must think it honesty. Camilo, not for Bohemia will I break my oath to this, my fair beloved. This you may know, and so deliver. I am put to sea with her whom here I cannot hold on shore, and most opportune to her need. I have a vessel, rides fast by, but not prepared for this design. What course I mean to hold shall nothing benefit your knowledge.
Oh, my lord, I would your spirit were easier for advice or stronger for your needs.
Ask Perdita, I'll hear you by and by.
He's irremovable, resolved for flight. Now were I happy if his going I could frame to serve my turn. Save him from danger, do him love and honour. Purchase the sight again of dear Cecilia, and that unhappy king, my master, whom I so much thirst to see.
Now, good Camilo, I am so fraught with curious business that I leave out ceremony.
Sir, I think you have heard of my poor services of the love that I have borne your father.
Very nobly have you deserved. It is my father's music to speak your deeds. Not little of his care to have them recompensed as thought on.
Well, my lord, if you may please to think I love the king, and through him what's nearest to him, which is your gracious self, embrace but my direction. On mine honour, I'll point you where you shall have such receiving as shall become your highness, where you may enjoy your mistress, from the whom I see there's no disjunction to be made but by, as heavens forfend your ruin. Marry her, and with my best endeavours in your absence, your discontenting father strive to qualify and bring him up to liking.
How, Camilo, may this almost a miracle be done, that I may call thee something more than man, and after that trust to thee?
Have you thought on a place whereto you'll go?
Not any yet.
Then list to me. Make for Cecilia, and there present yourself and your fair princess, for so I see she must be, for Leontes. She shall be habited as it becomes the partner of your bed. Methinks I see Leontes opening his free arms and weeping his welcomes forth. Ask thee their son forgiveness, as 'twere i' the father's person. O'er and o'er divides him twixt his unkindness and his kindness.
Worthy Camilo, what colour for my visitation shall I hold up before him?
Sent by the king your father to greet him and to give him comforts, Sir, the manner of your bearing towards him I'll write you down, that he shall not perceive, but that you have your father's bosom there, and speak his very heart.
I am bound to you. There is some sap in this.
A course more promising than a wild dedication of yourselves to unpathed waters. Besides, you know prosperity's the very bond of love, whose fresh complexion and whose heart together affliction alters.
One of these is true. I think affliction may subdue the cheek, but not take in the mind.
Yea? Say you so? There shall not at your mother's house these 7 years be born another such.
Your pardon, sir. For this I'll blush your thanks.
My prettiest perdita, but oh, the thorns we stand upon. Camilo, preserver of my father, now of me, the medicine of our house, how shall we do?
That you may know you shall not want one word.
Ha-ha! What a fool honesty is, and trust his sworn brother, a very simple gentleman. Now, I have sold all my trumpery, Not a counterfeit stone, not a ribbon, glass, pomander, brooch, table book, ballad, knife, tape, gloves, shoe tie, bracelet, horn ring, to keep my pack from fasting. Well, you might have pinched a placket, it was senseless, and, had not the old girl come in with a hubbub against her daughter and the king's son and scared my chuffs from the chaff, well, I'd have not left a purse alive in the whole army.
Happy be you. All that you speak shows fair.
Who have we here? We'll make an instrument of this, omit nothing may give us aid.
If they've overheard me now, why hang it?
Why shakest thou so? Fear not. Here's no harm intended to thee.
Well, I'm a poor fellow, sir.
Why be so still?
Oh.
Here's nobody will steal that from thee. Yet from the outside of thy poverty we must make an exchange. Though the pennyworth on our side be the worst, yet hold thee. There's some boot.
Well, I know ye well enough, sir.
Fortunate mistress, you must retire yourself under some covert, and as you can disliken the truth of your own seeming, that you may, for I do fear eyes over, to shipboard get undescried.
I see the place so lies that I must bear a part.
No remedy. Have you done there?
But should I now meet my father, he would not call me son.
Come, lady, come. Farewell, my friend.
Oh, adieu, sir.
Fortune speed us.
The swifter speed, the better.